folks, it's Nick Granville here. So I just posted a video the other day and did some improvising on a G7 funky kind of groove or one chord vamp type thing. I put a call out for questions, and I had a bunch of really good questions from people wanting to know about stuff. The overwhelming thing was people wanted to know, kind of based on the timestamps that they gave me, wanted to know about the altered chord stuff that I was doing. So primarily I'm thinking G7, because that's kind of the vamp, although it's G7 sharp 9, bluesy, right? So I'm thinking minor pentatonic. I'll go over the stuff quickly too, because, you know, if you don't know the stuff, there's other places you can get minor pentatonic. I've got some lessons on here I can point you to. There's heaps of them on YouTube. So I won't go over that kind of stuff. I'll just deal with I'll assume people know the basics of that stuff. So, right, minor pentatonic, blues scale. Right, I did that kind of stuff. But then also, I would play the D7 altered, and the easiest way to get to this is to think E flat melodic minor. But start from the D. And that gives you D altered. Now the key thing to that is how you phrase it and how you make that work, because we really need to establish the G7 and then we go into the D altered and we resolve. And if you don't resolve properly and you don't establish it properly, then it just sounds like a whole bunch of wrong notes and just doesn't make any sense. Now we're all aware what that sounds like. We've heard people do that. So that was one thing that I was using. Another thing I was using was the half hold diminished. Right, which is really kind of implying going to major. The altered scale more likely wants to go to a minor, but that's not a hard and fast rule. But because a G7 chord is kind of a combination of both, especially if I'm playing sharp 9, it's got like an implied minor thing, even though that's the sharp 9, but it's implied minor, right? That thing going on. But also we've got the flat 7, so in some ways it's kind of minor, kind of major. It's sort of got those, we can do both. So we can actually use both quite convincingly. You resolve, right? So that was something that I used a couple of times. The other thing I used to was a little bit of side slipping, so where I'd play like a semitone lower. So I'd play G7 arpeggio, right? And then I'd play G flat leading into it. Could be anything, could be pentatonic. So you see there I was kind of playing G flat minor pentatonic into G. I was playing G flat dominant, the arpeggio. Now I'm exaggerating these at the moment. I wouldn't do them nearly as much as what I'm doing right now, but it gives you at least an idea of kind of what I was playing, and you know, you got to overdo it to do it. So I'll give you a couple of examples. That was D7 altered going into G. Now I'll go G flat. So there I kind of went into D altered and kind of a combination of them. Also too, I'm using a little bit of chromaticism. There's some stuff where, like, if I've got this note and I got this note, well, sometimes I'll go, you know, with an enclosure there. I want to hit a D, so I'll play an E flat, a D flat. Classic bebop device. So it's not really chromaticism, that bit. That's really the blues scale, right? The minor pentatonic. But I might do something like, you know, which is essentially just chromaticism. I'm kind of chromatically connecting those notes and so on and so on. And there were a couple of other things I used in that video. I used some arpeggios, some implied chord changes. So if it's like it's G7, you can use all the arpeggios out of that. So A minor, and then D7. As long as you resolve into G. C7. G. A minor. D7. So just having some fun with that stuff. But yeah, so some chromaticism. There was a little bit of side slipping. So as you prefer to side slip from below and go upwards. There was some altered scale as if implying a 5 chord that's not really there. And that's the thing I think with 1 chord vamps is you really need to be creative with them. You can't just play the 1 chord or it's going to get boring real quick. So I'm implying all these other chord changes. And the whole idea behind them really is just tension and release. It's as simple as that. I'm trying to create some tension and then I'm trying to release it. And if I do that effectively and right, then it can take the listener on some kind of journey, and that's the goal. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have any more questions, put them below in the comments. Remember to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll be posting new videos soon. I've got 2 videos on their way very soon on a couple of pedals that I'm checking out. Brand new ones that have just come in. They're pretty cool. A tremolo and a flanger, 2 that I haven't tried yet, but I will be very soon. Hopefully some more guitars coming soon and that kind of thing. Otherwise, there'll be more lessons coming, definitely very soon. And I bought one of those Osmo things, the DJI rip-off of a GoPro. So I'm going to be filming some more gigs, and I'll put some of them up, of the various gigs that are about to happen. Because in New Zealand here, we're back to gigs for the most part. There's still some restrictions around gigs, since we had the second outbreak, but otherwise we can have up to 100 people, so that's all right. What else is coming? Oh yeah, and I'm going to go back through my archives, and I'm going to post some stuff that I've got that I just have never put on YouTube, and I should. Some stuff from the NAMM show, so you guys will remember there's that Julian Lage video that I posted on my channel. Well, there's others that I've got of him. There's also some stuff of Ben Lacey and various other people. If you guys don't know, Ben Lacey's a bad dude. Man, seriously bad dude. Anyway, hope everybody's well. Talk to you soon. Cheers, bye.